privileged information and is intended only for authorized screening and confidential presentation. None of the material provided may be used, reproduced, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic or mechanical, including recording or use of any information storage and retrieval system without written permission from the PBA.
We'll try for the hole! He'll score! He puts it up. Yes, sir! What a lucky shot! Another last second escape. Ramon Fernandez comes up with a winning basket. That is the one. Yes! Yes! Ramon is in heavy traffic. He puts it out. They open again. Yes, sir. I will pass to the Burger. Lumabalik ka pa. Sibaran. May kasama ng crowd. Breaks the rule. Kelly Williams.
Yeah. What an amazing shot by J.J. Hutchinson.
Doesn't get any better than this.
What a play!
The classification race is over. It's time to separate men from the boys. This will be a fight for survival. No more tomorrow for the loser. Character will be tested. The will to win is a must.
You know, if you know your a bit of your American history and you like cowboy movies, you remember the Wild Wild West, wherein there were jewels. Those who survived lived for another day, and those who did not survive were found somewhere out there. We won't be too morbid about that. But this is the situation that the loser will find itself as we begin the wild card phase of our Fiesta Conference here in the PBA. And these two teams, Coca-Cola and Santa Lucia, and we'll have another pair later on in the afternoon, which will complete our wild card phase. Rain or shine will go up against Air 21.
Nothing's going to be easy between Santa Lucia and Coca-Cola here today. The right to play on Wednesday for a chance to make it to the quarterfinals, it is top of the mind right now of these two coaches. And definitely, you want to win, or else you will go home after tonight's ball game.
Take a look at where everybody is for the games last Friday at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium, of course. We had Ginebra winning, we had San Miguel winning. That's why everybody is at least up to today in their proper places.
And as we take a look at the 7, 8, 6, and 9 place squads right now, these four teams will play today in the wildcard phase. Waiting in the wings will be, of course, BMEG, who will play the survivor of the wildcard phase. While on the other part of the draw, Ginebra will play Alaska in the quarterfinals. Safely in the semifinals are Talking Tex, and of course, San Miguel, which beat BMEG Derbios Llamados in the last playoff match.
All I know is that Talking Tex has been on long training and hiatus for the time being. But let's take a look at the first two meetings between Coca-Cola and Santa Lucia. They actually split their first two encounters.
First meeting went in the way of Santa Lucia as Marlo Aquino played his best game in about 3 years. Outplayed Dennis Espino, outplayed Ati Taulava, and the Skyscraper had 20 points in that initial outing. Second game went in favor of Coca-Cola. Gareth DeVitt had 22, John Williamson had 20 points, and Coca-Cola was on a roll during that phase of the tournament. Part of that 3-game winning streak that enabled Coca-Cola to just be a game away from just joining that playoff for the final slot in the quarterfinal playoff.
Coca-Cola caught itself towards the end. They also had a very long sort of slump as far as their games were concerned. This is a game which will feature a Santa Lucia team that loves to shoot from the outside against a team that loves to run. The concern you have if you are Santa Lucia is that can we sustain our offensive firepower from the outside for these 4 quarters? In two games that I remember, they were able to do it only for the first half.
Over 456 total attempts from the 3-point area. And I'm sure that for Coach Boyd Fernandez, shot selection is something that they've worked on over the last few days of preparation for the Coca-Cola Tigers. While on the other side, for Coach Bo Perazon, fast break running game is what's going to be very important for the Tigers as they try to get past the challenge of the Realtors.
Let's take a look at how the imports size up against each other. Of course, very significant in this kind of battle. And you know, Ronnie, do you believe also that parang there's been a change now in the kind of imports that we have here in the PBA?
Well, the yardstick has still been Sean Daniels and Gabe Freeman. Gabe Freeman is the defending best import, while Sean Daniels has towed Talk and Text to 15 wins. As we take a look at Anthony Johnson and John Williamson, Anthony Johnson continues to be a prime example of a reinforcement who just goes to play all hard, all out, getting a very decent averages. Number 1 in terms of three-point shooting, number 2 in terms of scoring. While on the other side, John Williamson seems to be what the doctor ordered for the Coca-Cola Tigers. They have won 3 of their last 4 games under the third reinforcement of Coca-Cola, and John Williamson will try to keep the task completed for Coca-Cola today and hopefully on Wednesday towards the quarterfinals.
You know, if we were office mates, we would be looking like very good salesmen right now. There's a bit of a slight
Ito na.
a bit of a problem here. We're slowly getting our air conditioning on here, but you look very dapper as a Makati office worker.
Makati and Ortigas.
Okay, and let's take a look at how the big guys will size up against each other. Ali Peak, of course, he's been around. He knows what to do in these situations. He can score, so can Sta Lucia, who's been having a great recovery of late.
Definitely, Ali Peak is a prime example of a player who's been around in the PBA over 15,000 minutes in about 11 seasons heading into this conference, and Ali Peak has taken the place of Dennis Espino in the rotation of the Twin Tower formation for Coach Boyd Fernandez. Has played well over the last 3 games, but today will be matched up well against Sta Lucia and Dennis Espino. Let's see how well Ali Peak will be able to play against the other Twin Tower combination of the Coca-Cola Tigers.
Okay, what do we look forward to? What should we earmark in this game as we have Santa Lucia go up against Coke in the first half of our wild card?
Well, rebounding is going to be very important in today's ball game. These two teams are quite tall, but not among the best in terms of rebounding. The ability to handle pressure is also going to be vital in today's matchup. It's win or go home between Santa Lucia and the Coca-Cola Tigers.
If you were to sell me anything right now, I'd probably buy it. You look so credible the way you look at this game. No question about it. It's going to be important for these two teams, and we will hang on to this one straight into the evening as the wild card round of the PBA rolls on.
Pong Escobar. Also at guard, number 33, Ogie Minor. At center, number 34, Ali P. At forward, number 3, Pitoy Omaloy. And also at forward, number 23, Anthony Johnson. Head coach of the Sta Lucia Realtors is Boyd Fernandez. And now the starting 5 for your Coca-Cola Tigers. At guard, number 12, Marvin Cruz. Also at guard, number 20, Gary David. At center, number 16, Dennis Espino. At forward, number 5, RJ Rizada. And also at forward, number 45, John Williamson. Head coach of the Coca-Cola Tigers is Bo Perasoy. Our referees to the ball game are Noel Killingen, Bon Pascual, and Noy Guevara, with Ronnie Iba as alternate referee. This game is under regulation. The game is scored. It's the Realtors.
We're taking a look at the 10 gentlemen who will start this ball game. Our air conditioning slowly creeping in, and we're feeling a little better right now. And I mentioned that because it does affect the players, and we've seen that in an out-of-town game in Batangas.
Yes.
Where ang mahirap doon, Ronnie, tatanganan yung bola. Well, you just have to adjust and adapt to the conditions that are presented to you. But I'm sure everything will be okay in a minute or so. Here we go, underway with our first half of the wild card. Air 21 meets rain or shine later on in the afternoon. In the meantime, here comes Marvin Cruz. The first pop at the basket, kisses the glass.